Hey, it's Courtney, your friendly former recruiter, and today I want to talk to you about some key do's and don'ts for your high school resume. The first don't is do not spend all your time on the design. It's important to remember that your average recruiter spends only about 6 seconds looking at your resume. So while it is important that your resume is neat and you've used a spell check and it is concise and easy to read, you don't want to spend a lot of time making sure that it's colorful and has plenty of different kinds of text and things that can make it distracting. It's best to stick with a clean line, clear professional resume. If you're going in a more creative field, some use of color is okay, but don't spend all of your time making sure it looks pretty. Recruiters are mostly concerned about the content and information that's there. So that brings me to the next do. Highlight your relevant experience. So if you are going for a position at your local car wash, for instance, talk about everything that you've done that is similar to those skills and that are relevant to that position. So if you wash cars on the weekends, if you have your own vehicle that you love to take care of and maintain, these are things that you might want to highlight, making sure that the information is relevant. Another big do is to make sure that you are optimizing your resume for keywords and phrases that are in the job description. This is going to be helpful for something called the applicant tracking system that is looking specifically for those keywords to make sure you are the qualified and right candidate. Keeping in conjunction with that, do not steal the exact job description, okay? You may see those keywords there and think, great, I have a lot of these skills. I may have all of these skills. I'll just copy and paste. No. That's a big don't. Read the job description, dissect it for what's relevant and applies to you and your job history or experience, and then find ways to paraphrase those key skills and what the job description is asking for in your resume. Another big do is to use soft skills. Soft skills are things like hardworking, dependable, these kinds of skills that you don't necessarily have to take a course to learn, but that you just develop and are part of your natural personality. You do want to make sure to have a good mix of hard skills in there as well. Your hard skills are going to be skills that you have actually learned, such as an Adobe certification or your ability to work with computers very well. These are hard skills, but your soft skills, such as being dependable, a team player, if these things are in the job description, by all means, use those too. And do also consider your volunteer and non-work experience as long as they are relevant to the position. Don't leave those off. They're going to give you an edge and an advantage. Everything that you've done that's relevant to this position, especially as a high school student, can really show off your skills and stand you out from the crowd of other resumes that your recruiter could be viewing. And lastly, don't put random or unrelated off-putting hobbies. Some people like to list hobbies such as, oh, my hobby is to sleep, or, I'm a video gamer. If you are not going into the video gaming industry, you probably will want to leave that off in favor of another hobby that is more relevant to the position. So if you're going for a position at a clothing store and you love fashion and design as a hobby, that's a good example of a relevant hobby that you will want to include on your resume.